Hello everyone. Thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. This is my first video about the topic dementia, which I said that I'm going to be covering, through my YouTube channel. Um, I'll be sharing my personal journey as a caretaker in this first video. And before I continue, I just want to give you a word of caution that I am not an expert. So my intention is not to scare you, and also, it is basically not to create any kind of panic. So if there are any events that you feel that are similar in your life and you feel you're able to connect, uh, I would urge you to go and then consult your family physician or whoever it is going to be. Whatever that I'm going to share is only a theoretical knowledge, and I'm not an expert. So I just wanted to give you this word of caution. Now, when we are diagnosed with an illness, or when we know someone in our family or friends, who are diagnosed with an illness, there are three ways in which we usually respond. One is the initial denial. Oh, to me, it can't be. I am very healthy. How can it be to me? Or how can it be in our family? You know, that's the denial. That's probably the most, uh, you know, uh, mostly that's how people respond. There is an initial denial. Now, after that, acceptance comes. Then what happens is, predominantly many of them actually become very anxious. They go into depression, and they go into a shell. They may not interact with public. They become introvert, and so their life completely changes. So they may undergo severe stress, but they may not share it with people. They may also undergo medication and a lot of other things, but they may not share with everybody. But the last way, or the best way, which I really want to talk a bit about in this short video clip. This time it's going to be a bit long. I would urge you to be patient, and then watch the entire video content. The third way, the best way, is basically to accept it. Yes, it has come. I know it's very difficult, it's very challenging, it's not easy for everyone to accept that they are being diagnosed with a particular illness, and particularly with respect to an illness like dementia, it's not easy to accept. So I can empathize with you. And as soon as you accept it, you also go ahead and then provide the necessary care, or you take the necessary right medical treatment by going to the correct doctor and a lot of other things. So why am I actually saying that? Is because when you accept it, right, you basically start sharing that information, and it is important to share what you are undergoing, or what kind of challenges you're facing, and what kind of support were actually lacking, or where you really found support, and a lot of other things with a wider audience. Is because you don't necessarily have to reinvent the wheel, and unfortunately for many of us, we don't share. Our the information sharing system as such in our country is very, very less. We feel very protective about information. We shouldn't be, because knowledge is to share. I want to quote some very good examples of people who personally had challenges in their lives because of their loved ones being affected by illnesses, but how they came out of that and then started an organization. And today those organizations actually help hundreds and thousands of people. I just want to quote Ms. Rekha Ramachandran, who is the founder of Matru Mandir. The her I mean, she had own personal issues in her family, but she started this organization which provides care and consultation to Down syndrome children. Today, the word Down syndrome and Miss Rekha Ramachandran are kind of synonymous. Many people know her, and the organization that she has started actually is providing a lot of care to many mothers. And the next one is Miss Dr. Mithu Allur. She is the founder of the Spastic Society of India, and she had challenges in the beginning of her life for her daughter. And she started this organization. Today, we know that Spastic Society of India is actually serving thousands of people, thousands of children. And the next example that I want to quote is not someone who's personally, undergone challenges, but someone who has worked in the field and has seen how women are facing challenges. The founders of the Banyan, the organization which provides, mental health care and then creates lots of awareness in the public about mental health care. And I am very proud to say that I was one of their volunteers in the past. Miss Vaishnavi and Dr. Vandana. So they both are actually providing a lot of support, to people, and the team actually is reaching out to a lot of people. So I can continue to quote these examples, and the reason why I'm actually saying this is because it is very important for us to share this information so that people who don't have access to information can get benefited. It doesn't necessarily have to be a YouTube channel. It can be any platform. You can write, you can share, forward, and a lot of information. So that's something that I would really request you to take it as a message through this short video. I will also share a few incidents that happened in my mother's life. Basically, Amma was diagnosed 3 years ago with dementia, but uh, we did not know then that it was actually dementia. So Amma had this fancy, um, you know um, not fancy, when she had these hallucinations and delusions. Today I know these words, but then I didn't even know these words. She could see images, she could hear voices, and so she started, she saw these images. So since we were not aware of what was actually happening to her, so we had to shift bedrooms. So we shifted the beds from one bedroom to the other room, thinking that that could actually solve. In fact, we were under the impression that she was actually seeing ghosts, or probably even she is actually seeing some divine power and things like that. So, but that didn't solve. Then what we did, we actually went and then performed, uh, yagams. We actually called, the priests, and we performed, thinking that that would actually solve. But that didn't solve either. And then we consulted a local doctor, and we found that she was actually having some difficulty with respect to hearing. So we took her to the ENT specialist, and then we found out that she actually had hearing issues. So the ENT doctor prescribed hearing aids. So then we bought and then gave her. But that didn't solve. Of course, it improved her hearing, but that also didn't solve. So that's when, on a casual conversation, my sister was actually talking about schizophrenia. Then we started researching about this schizophrenia, and then the physician whom we were in touch with respect to, she's been a very regular patient to him. So he referred us to a psychiatrist. Now, I don't want to complain about any doctor here, but my intention is not that, because drugs do usually work depending on the patient's age, health condition, and a lot of other things. So my intention is definitely not that. When we went to this psychiatrist doctor, he prescribed some medicines which actually was overdose. So she was mostly in a dazed state throughout the day, and we she the person who actually was usually talkative, interacts a lot with us, wasn't even talking much with us. So that was a bit difficult for us to digest. So what we did was, we went to a local hospital, and there was a visiting psychiatrist. Thankfully, that doctor changed all the medicine considering her age, and today, I mean, we've been consulting with her for the last 2.5 years, and then it's kind of stable. She knows now, so we are very thankful, that she's been very helpful. So that actually helped us to kind of bring her to some kind of a stable state. But the issues that she continues to face is that she talks again, she can still hear voices, so all those things. But all those medicines have their own side effects, right? So it affected her speech. She wasn't able to talk much, and her walking also kind of got affected. That's when we were suggested to consult a neurologist, and then when we took the brain scan, we got to know that she has got Parkinson's. So that Parkinson's plus, it's not Parkinson disease as such, it's Parkinson plus. So there are several, groups of illnesses that come under Parkinson's, it seems. So she was given those medicines, and then so we had to consult a neurologist to treat her for the Parkinson. We still continue to meet a neurologist, and because of her medicines that she is taking, and because of her dementia and Parkinson's, the pressure shouldn't shoot up. The blood pressure shouldn't shoot up at all. So we consult a general physician who also provides and prescribes medicine on a regular basis. In addition to that, she is very old, so we also had to have to meet orthopedics and a lot of other things. Now, why am I actually saying that is because every medicine has got its own side effects, and it's very important for us to consult the right physician who understands the patient, and then starts providing the treatment. Now, it is important for us to decide when and to whom we are going to take or we are going to consult, because doctors are going to definitely treat only based on the symptoms that we report. But unfortunately, dementia, or for that matter anything, as I said earlier, it starts showing symptoms only much later, because my mother was very active, very in very good condition, health condition, till her 75th birthday. So in the last 3 years only she's been undergoing this, and this change happened suddenly for us. Maybe she was showing symptoms and we didn't even notice. So what I'm trying to say through this video, which is a bit long, and I sincerely apologize for that, is that you have to start seeing your life. Keeping your brain healthy is very important. In the next set of videos that are going to come, I'll be talking more in detail about what to see, how to see, and more in detail about different types of dementia, the power of brain, and what all we can actually understand about brain, how to keep ourselves healthy, and a lot of other things. So I would certainly request you to continue to watch my YouTube channel, and then also please share this with people whom you think you can benefit by listening to my sharing information about dementia and other information related to the human brain. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Bye.